All right. Woo! Thank you so much for coming to Bang Bang Con 2019. What an amazing experience. It has been so energizing and inspiring to see all of the work that people have done to make this happen. A huge round of applause for all of our speakers who shared their knowledge with us this weekend. Thank you all. Another round of applause for our sponsors and donors who made this event possible. Please give us money in the future. So this year, honk honk. This year, you might have noticed that we did something different. With Sumina's help and advice, we expanded the Bang Bang Con aesthetic. And this is a callback to Sumina's article in Recompiler Mag called Toward a Bang Bang Con Aesthetic, which I reread every year to remind myself of the energy of this conference. I encourage you to go look it up after this. We as humans interact with computers, and many of us every single day, and computers don't have emotions. But people do, and here at Bang Bang Con, I think with so much focus on humanity and technology, we wanted to reclaim some of that focus on how computers and working in technology make us feel. And I think we accomplished that this weekend, and without taking anything away from the learning and the enthusiasm of the speakers who used a more classical talk format. I think there were three kinds of talk idioms this weekend. Here's the thing I did. Here's a thing I found and want to share. And we introduced a new one, which was, here's a thing I am doing. And if you think of another interesting talk idiom, please come share it with us. We would love to know what other kind of weird and wild things, put on a magic show, something like that, that you can do. And there are lots of Bang Bang Con inspired conferences, StarCon, Enthusiasticon, Bang Bang Con West, and then of course, in about a year, Bang Bang Con 2020. It is tradition for me to share the story of how Bang Bang Con got started, so I'm going to do that now. Sit back and relax. And remember all the way back to the year 2013. What a long time ago. So it started because Maggie asked, is anyone coming to Alumni Week at the Recurse Center? Who here knows the Recurse Center? They were one of our sponsors this year. Yeah, a lot of people. So it's a 12-week programmers retreat here in New York City. They also have 1-week batches. I encourage you to check it out. I went through it myself in 2013, which is how I got to know these wonderful people. And our friend Ian said, I'm trying to work something out. If my boss said that if I can find a conference in New York that week that's at least semi-work related, my employer, which I maybe should have redacted, will pay for my flight. Anyway, that would save me a bunch of cash and paid time off. So, I think I'm missing a slide. So he's like, well, I don't really think I can go. And Alex says, well, why don't you just make up a conference website, pretend you're going, and then go to New York City, and then you can attend this Recurse Alumni Week, and you don't have to pay for it, and that's nice. Yeah, don't steal money from people. It's foolproof. And Julia Evans, who of course is still on the organizing team 6 years later, says, well, actually, you could probably organize a real conference by May if you wanted to have no time at all, probably. And then Alex says, well, actually, let's do that so that you don't get fired, for extorting money out of your company by making up a fake conference. And the first title, the first name of Bang Bang Con was Julia Evans Blog Posts Con. Julia is known for her enthusiastic writing style, and we wanted to emulate that, and I think we do. Allison, who was a facilitator at RC at the time, says, well, I would attend the hell out of that. Where's the CFP? And here's our first CFP. Requirements. Must contain at least 3 exclamation marks in the title. That's it. That's the entire thing. Why don't we call it exclamation mark con, or exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark con? That sounds great, except not really. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. Let's call it Bang 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 Con. And Julia says, oh, I'd love to go to this conference. Well, here you are. All right, we need a website. Okay, Bang Bang Con is a little easier to pronounce than Bang 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 Con. Great. Okay, what should the domain? All right, bangbangcon.com is available because who would take it? Okay, all right, cool. Alex, he's gonna go buy it. It's great. Here's the actual first CFP. A programming conference about what excites us about programming, about amazing things, surprising things, and fun things. It's about strange things and silly things and heartwarming things. We should bring a lot of this back into our CFP, actually, now that I'm reading it. Did you find a super weird bug? Have you learned a programming language that kind of blew your mind? Did you teach some kids to program and they did something amazing? Did your program make you giggle? We want to hear about it. You should give a talk at Bang 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 Con. See, we're still using the old name. It's confusing. The only requirement is that your talk, 1, be programming related, and 2, have an exclamation mark in the title. We really let the bar down there, right? It used to be 3, now it's 1. Upworthy style submissions, you won't believe this one weird GCC bug. And we got one of those. I think V gave his pop count bug this year. We'd love to hear from you. All right, got carried away. Julia was actually at the time not allowed to organize conferences. Sad face. Okay, Bang Bang Con is easier to say. I'm registering the website. Okay, it's in my cart. I'm going to register it. Great. We're going to have tracks, whatever. We're figuring it out. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 5 years, right? We're confident. It is amazing. It is amazing. At the time, I was like, there's no way this is going to last 5 years. And then we had to renew our website recently. So that's kind of amazing. All right, 5 years. Alex owns bangbangcon.com. Amaze, wow, wait. Did I just register bangbangcorn.com? With an R? He did. Alan says, don't worry, it's just a pivot. This is a farming-related conference. I don't know if you knew. Recurse, which was at the time called Hacker School, we just very generously hosted us the first year, but we ended up doing all the work. That's okay. They still hosted us. It was great. And here was our first logo. So May 17th, 18th, 2014, that's the origin of Bang Bang Con. And we actually ended up using Bang Bang Corn as our LLC, which was great. Google this year wrote a big check to Bang Bang Corn LLC. It was amazing. It is just spectacular how far we've come in 6 years. And one of the things that we're trying to do more of is inspire other people to steal ideas from us. And not only steal ideas from us, but let us help you organize other conferences. If you want more Bang Bang Con in your life, you can do that. We've had some people organize conferences that are very similar to Bang Bang Con, and we've had some people just take elements of this and start up new conferences that have a different style, or maybe even aren't about programming, but are still about joy and surprise and excitement. And so I invite all of you to, if you are interested, reach out to the Bang Bang Con organizing team. If you're interested in running your own conference, if you're interested in helping Bang Bang Con or any one of our affiliated conferences, we are looking to make the world a more joyful, exciting, and surprising place. And we can only do so much. We can only invite about 300 of you because otherwise the fire department gets mad. So go make your own conferences. It's a great way to scale this idea and this feeling that you have here today. We are actually no longer Bang Bang Corn LLC. Whoa, I know, 6 years later, we are starting to become, I don't know, something real. And so today I'm actually very excited to announce that we are in the process of turning the Exclamation Foundation into a real thing. Maggie, Lindsay, and Julia, Lindsay and Maggie being organizers emeritus and also organizers of Bang Bang Con West out in California, have started putting together the Exclamation Foundation. We are not going to make any promises about the form that will take. It turns out being a 501c3 is actually really complicated, so we will find out if that happens. More updates next year. But we are doing something which is, we're trying to formalize this idea of this is a thing you can do, right? We are experienced at it. We've done it 6 times, but that first year, it was a joke, right? It was Ian trying to get to New York City on his employer's dime. And, and that's where all of this came from. That's where all of this joy and excitement and pay what you want tickets and stenography and learning and live streams. I remember the first year, I had to point my Mac at the stage, and that was our live stream. All of this is doable, and it's a lot of work, and it's also not a lot of work. It's not as much work as you might imagine it is. So I encourage you to take the ideas you've learned here, the meta idea of you can run your own conference at any scale you want, take that out into the wider world and make it a more joyful, exciting, and surprising place. Thank you so much for coming to Bang Bang Con 2019. A huge round of applause one more time for everything today.